You're listening to Living in Spain podcasts with David Wright.
Okay, so hi, my name's David Wright and today we're in Almeria city and I'm speaking to Alejandro. Alejandro has a family-run business here and advises tax, legal, buying and selling property and just about everything you need to know about living and working in Spain. So hi Alejandro.
Hello, morning.
Also, just to remind some people, Alejandro is also the honorary British Consulate here in Almeria, so quite a handy guy to know. So Alejandro, today a lot of people are asking about the new TIE card. Can you just explain briefly what that is and who exactly needs that card at the moment?
Well, the TIE card is the new document that must be issued for the British because they are not going to be anymore in the European Union until the 31st of December of 2020. The situation is that since the 6th of July, there is not any more legal residence in the old way. Is like the rest of the European citizens. They issued this document that is Tarjeta de Identificación Extranjeros, especially made for British, and those that are living in Spain with the legal residence or this green card that was obtained in the past, they just can exchange for this new TIE where you have your photo and you will put your fingerprint, and this is something that is not compulsory yet. You can do it or you can leave it for next year, or because they probably will make it compulsory in the near future. I always tell that even if it's not compulsory, it's good to have it because with this you can use it as an ID. Now you have to carry on with your passport everywhere, or copies or certified copies, which is not very handy. With this document, as your photo will be there and your fingerprint, it's like a ID in Spain. So this is for the people that have already the residencia. For those that are applying for first time, they need to start on the process. The process is exactly the same, or the requirements are exactly the same as it used to be for British and also for the rest of the Europeans. You have to commit basically three things. The first thing is, of course, to have a house, a place where you live. It's not necessary that it should be yours. It should be from someone else or rented. The second thing is having a private insurance medical card or the right to get free healthcare in Spain because you are retired. And the third is enough money, enough funds, enough income, enough savings to prove that you can live in Spain without in some way going to social care. So if you commit these three things, British can apply until the end of this 2020 with the same requirements that anyone of the European Union. Next year, from the 1st of January 2021, if a British person needs to apply for residence or whoever or the way they call it after, they will ask some different things. We don't know yet what they are going to ask because this is under negotiation, but we need to understand that UK, since the 1st of January, will be out of the European Union, and in theory the same conditions as any other country outside the European Union must be applied.
So at the moment it's not a legal compulsory requirement for people that have got residency, but you recommend that they should change to the new card. It's a good idea to change to the new card.
I think it's a good idea to change. Maybe not until the end of this year because there is so many people trying to get appointments. There's so many people trying to exchange because they think it's compulsory and they need to do it before the end of this year. So you shouldn't be in a hurry, but I think it's advisable to do it because of what I told you. It's a the way you can identify yourself without carrying on with your passport.
Sure. And as regards to the appointments for residency at the moment, they're still open. What's the waiting list at the moment? Is everyone's sort of jumping on the bandwagon to get it done before the cut-off date, but they're still able to do appointments at the moment. Is that correct?
Well, the system is a bit different since the COVID thing. Now you don't apply for and go for first time. What we do, or how it's been done, is that when we have all the paperwork to prove these three things that I said before, you need to submit everything online. We submit all the documentation online, and they have 3 months to respond to say, okay, this is fine or not, or I'm missing this or I'm missing that. But so you don't have to, let's say, having your TIE before the end of this year. Applying before then, submitting the paperwork, even if you submit it last days of December, will be valid, because in Spain we consider that the date of the applicant, or when you apply, the valid date of the application, not when you obtain. That could be in February, March, or what.
So people are panicking a little bit. As long as they apply for it before the 31st of December, correct, if everything goes through okay, they're still okay, even if they get it February, March of next year.
Correct, yes. But people are panicking, thinking that because it's taking a while, they need to understand that the Foreign Office has got 3 months to do it on time. So within these 3 months they could reply. So they are taking now like 5 weeks normally to.
About 5 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, to reply. But they could do it in 3 months, and probably because of the number of applications, it will be longer in the next months. So as long as they take these 3 months, they will be on time. So don't panic, because the date that you will get your TIE will be the date of the application, the initial application. Of course, if there is something that is wrong in the paperwork, some documents that they are not valid, or they for some reason they reject, we have to go back. But normally they give you some days to amend if this is something that can be amended.
Right. Okay. And just one last thing as well. People are concerned that if they get their residency in the new card or whatever it is they need before the 31st of December, and they've got a property that they're selling in the UK and it hasn't sold, how are they fixed on tax if they get their residency here in Spain? Is it correct that they're tax resident here and they will pay tax in the UK? Can you just explain that they won't pay twice on the tax? How does that work?
Well, having the TIE or the legal residence, as we called it before, doesn't necessarily mean or is linked to fiscal residence. Because to be fiscal resident in one country, in Spain in particular, you need to reside in a calendar year from January up to December more than 183 days. It's 6 months. This is the basic rule of the taxation here. So if you are going to live in 2020 or in 2021 more than 6 months in this country, you will be fiscal resident, tax resident, and you need to declare or pay for all your income worldwide. Selling a house in England, when you are fiscal resident in this country, is subject to taxes here, but also in England. So this is how it works. If you declare capital gains in England and you pay any taxes there, you have to do it also in Spain, but you can deduct the taxes paid in England. So you never pay double. That's the basic purpose of the double taxation, is that you never pay double for the same thing.
So if you're paying a tax in Spain and you pay it in the UK, you can get a certificate or you can get proof that you're not paying it in two countries. You won't pay for it twice. You'll pay for it in the UK or you'll pay for it in Spain, depending where you're actually classed as resident in which country.
Correct. If you are fiscal resident and you sell a property that you have in England, as the property is based in England, you will have to pay if there is any capital gains. Imagine that you sell a house and you have to pay 10,000 euros or pounds in capital gains in England. So you will have to declare that in Spain, if you are a fiscal resident, of course. And if the amount to pay in Spain is 12,000 euros, you will deduct the 10,000 paid in England and you just pay 2,000.
Right, okay.
Right, so you never pay double. You just, if you paid anything in the UK and you have to pay here, you deduct that tax paid.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people are saying, well, I have to pay tax in the UK and then I have to pay tax in Spain. Technically you do, but you can offset one against the other, so you won't pay twice. You'll pay it in one country and it'll be offset against the other depending on where you live.
But this is just on the property matter. If it's about pensions or other kind of income that is not a house, you pay taxes on the place where you are fiscal resident.
Yeah.
So if in 2021, for example, you are fiscal resident in Spain because you live more than 6 months in this calendar year, you will have to pay taxes for all your income worldwide in Spain. But in this case, if you live, for example, from a pension, you don't have to pay anything in England. And if you did, you could ask for a refund in England. But in Spain, you will have to pay the full amount. So you are not taxed double. So in one country, if you declare, you could ask for a refund in England. But in this case, you cannot deduct in Spain the tax paid in England. This is just for property, for capital gains in a property.
Perfect, great. And as regards to the new TIE card, if people want help with that, your company got a website which I'll put a link to at the bottom of this video, and you've got offices in Mojaca, I believe, as well as in Almeria, so you can help people out with that card and get it done for them.
Yes, we made a special website. It's called tieonline.es. This is just for people to check their situation. There are questions answered there about what you need to do, and you can also send the form online. We have also 3 offices. It's one here in Almeria, the city, one in Mojácar, and another one in Albox.
In Albox?
Yeah, all of them are in Almeria. But with this TIE online, we can give advice everywhere.
Perfect. Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for your advice, Alejandro. And it's been nice speaking to you, and we'll speak to you soon. Thanks.
Thank you, David.
If you have enjoyed this podcast by David Wright, then you will love his new books. Out now on Amazon and Kindle, packed with money-saving tips and information on living and working in Spain. Just go to livinginspainbooks.com. David also has a popular blog for expats in Spain. Come and take a look now at britishexpatsinspain.com.